If you've used content as a marketing tool, how do you know whether your message is getting out there? How do you measure your results? You can find an amazing amount of information about the effectiveness of your content simply by using a program that tracks your website statistics, whether that is Google Analytics or any other measurement tool. Review your general statistics to find the various types of information. Look at the number of visitors who land on the homepage of your blog or other content site. Watch for variations in the number and timing of visits as well. You also want to see the number of visitors seeking specific posts, videos, or podcasts. This information tells you that visitors found the post through an external link, or maybe a specific set of keywords in a search engine. You want to know how visitors arrived at your site. Someone might have used a search engine, entered the URL for your social sharing presence, or linked from another website. How long visitors stay on a specific post page is telling. If the duration of a visit is shorter than the potential length of time spent reading the post and pondering its contents, the post wasn't effective. Compare the number of unique visitors to the number of visitors to your website. The more unique visitors you have to specific content posts, or to your content in general, the better your information is received. Check the number of people who link to your website from one of your content sharing pages. If the majority of visitors are from a country or area other than your target market, change your message. Once you have an established content sharing presence, your traffic rate and number of incoming links to your website should increase. If they aren't increasing, consider shaking things up a bit by offering different content. Look at which pages are most frequently used to enter or leave the site. If visitors are entering and exiting the home page and spending only a short length of time on your site, they're skimming only 1 or 2 posts before getting out of Dodge. If this is the case, it's time to rethink your message. Visitors entering your site on a specific page, however, have honed in on a specific post from either a search engine result or an incoming link. If you have lots of these and visitors are spending a fair amount of time on your site and exiting from a different page, you have an effective content sharing site. Beyond statistics, one of the most valuable ways to assess your success is by tracking how many and what type of comments people leave. Look at the number of comments on each post. This information is important if your goal is to stimulate interaction with potential customers. If certain posts are drawing more comments than others, this information is more relevant to your subscribers. If you've written a lengthy post and you receive lengthy comments, you've struck a chord with subscribers and presented useful information. If comments are sparse, however, indicating that you haven't given your user base food for thought, consider changing the nature of your posts or the type of information you post. The tone of comments on your post is a good gauge. If the comments are mostly positive and you have lots of them, you're sending the right message. If, on the other hand, the comments aren't flattering, you know what you need to do. If the number of comments for new posts is decreasing, you're losing your audience, and you probably need to review your messages. Be sure that you're inviting responses with an open question like, "What do you think?" You may need to provide explicit directions about where to click to make a comment. Check out the number of visitors versus the number of comments. If you have a fairly high ratio of comments to visitors, you're creating interesting material that gets visitors thinking. After analyzing the number of visitors your content sharing effort receives, consider your ROI to see if the effort is really worthwhile. Unless you're selling your content, this is a subtle number to figure out. There are 2 types of costs to evaluate. Hard costs include the number of man-hours needed to create content for your podcast, blog, photos, or videos. Next would be the cost to host any media online, which would be web hosting fees and any fees you pay to a designer to get your media online. The soft costs are the amount of time that you personally spend creating content. Did that time take you away from any other profitable activities, such as hobnobbing with the rich and famous or other potential clients? Be sure to evaluate both hard and soft costs.